Hello. Today I am going to share with you a little bit about what I'm seeing going on in the world. As you know, I have the opportunity to coach executives and aspiring managers every day, and I see some really fascinating results coming through from these conversations. So what happens is my clients come to me with what's on their mind for the day, what solution they're looking for, and together we work through to a positive outcome. Um, Communication has been, communication is always a really important coaching topic, and because of the COVID-19 situation, the economic crisis, the race riots, all of the uncertainty and upheaval that we are living through globally, communication has become a much more popular topic and a much more critical topic. So my name is Corey Robertson, and I'm an executive coach. I teach coaching as a leadership style through the Coaching Academy for Leaders. And so what I'm sharing with you is really important insights on how to be the best leader that you can be. And this is what's coming up a lot these days. So here's the thing. Some of you leaders, I know you are using your communication skills extremely well. Um, I know it. I'm hearing it from your direct reports. I'm hearing it through your topics and through your ideas. Others are still falling short. So I would like those of you who are interested in communication and the leadership skill of communication to hopefully walk away from this video with some insights. So here's what's happening. Right now, we've been in Canada, we've been living through sheltering in place and working from home since March. And I think for the most part, although it's still very stressful and very difficult, especially for people who have, complex living arrangements at home. And by complex, I mean little kids who need homeschooling and who need their parents to suddenly become, daycare supervisors, teenagers, who need a lot of attention, a spouse who they're sharing the home with. So the more there is going on at home that needs, your attention, your focus, the more difficult it's going to be. Some of you, I know you're not in that. You don't have people at home who need your attention all the time. It's much, much easier for you to work, for you to be productive, and for you to get things done. So for those of you who do not have a complex environment at home, I urge you to be mindful and patient and empathetic towards your colleagues who do. They are working so hard and they're juggling so much right now. That it's tough. It's really tough. And so those of you who have an easier situation, please be mindful that not everybody has the experience that you have. So that's number one that needs to be acknowledged. Besides the fact that people are still juggling a lot from their home-based offices, there's still now, what I'm seeing is that the sense of crisis in a way is over. People are back to work, they are at home, they're set up, and they want to be productive again. They want to work, they want to make a great contribution to the workday, they want to be contributing and supportive members of the team. Here's the communication piece that you have to keep in mind. Leading virtual teams is an important skill set, and it requires you to reboot or revisit your communication skills. So those of you who are following me, you know that I recently released a resource on how to lead virtual teams effectively, and I would love to have you take a look at it again if you've sort of put it in the drawer, and if you haven't had a chance to look at it, please do. So what I talk about in leading virtual teams is the importance of connecting people to their roles and their goals. But bigger than that, it's about reconnecting to the purpose of the organization. It's about making sure that people know what is what is motivating about their job? Why is their contribution to the team, to the organization, to the client, why is it important? So that helps to reignite the passion around the purpose for the organization. I'm asking, I'm suggesting in that resource that you be very clear about what is the goal for today, what did you work on yesterday, and what is going to get in your way of achieving your goal. And so these really help people focus in on what they're supposed to be doing, and it also reminds you, and this is one of the pieces that I'm seeing rolling off the table right now that needs attention, is not everybody who should be at the table is being invited to the table. So some people work extremely well autonomously, and they have a tendency to be sort of left, to be an island of their own. So remember to loop them back into the conversation and remember to get their input. I'm hearing a lot of people are saying, I'm not being consulted, I'm not being advised, I'm not being informed, I'm not being included. So leaders, those of you who are booking meetings, those of you who are running teams, please remember to keep everyone informed. I know you as well, you want to put your head down and you want to drive for results. These times that are so difficult and so there's so much underlying tension in the world right now. It feels like there's a sense of urgency and that we can't wait. We have to work. We have to keep things moving. It's a great intention, but it can be counterproductive if you're not considering the communication skills you need to be using to make sure that everyone is contributing, everybody's informed, nobody's being left behind. So yeah, it does take a reflex or an instinct on your part to remember that and to do that. It does require that you resist the urge to think, I don't have time for that. I don't have time for checking in on everybody. You're a leader, that's your job. You do have time to make sure that everybody on your team is being the best contributor they can be, that you are informing them. And very often, and I can hear you, saying to me, I will inform them when I have something to tell them. Right now, there isn't anything. Right now, I just need to keep this ship afloat. If people don't have information from you, they will make stuff up, okay? Because the mind doesn't like to exist in a vacuum. And that's how gossip starts, and that's how rumors start. So even if you don't have all the information, even if you're missing facts, you're missing data, you can't make a commitment yet, no decision has been made, it's better that you share that information than to just wait until you have more. So the resource that I provided is called How to Improve Your Virtual Team Meetings. There is a lot of information in there. People are telling me it's got really great nuts and bolts, really good process and procedure, and it also has some really great guidance on maintaining the human side of leadership and communication and running teams. So it's not just practical, it's also very, very empathetic, and it helps guide you through the process of being a great leader who also has a very strong human touch. So that resource is available on my website, CoreyRobertson.com. It's just on the homepage at the bottom. It's also at the end of all of my blog posts, which is on the resources page. So I hope you found today's information to be helpful. I will be back next week with more insights from what I'm gaining from the coaching sessions that I'm having. And if you have comments or questions, please send me a private message. I know many of you you prefer to talk to me in private, so send me a private message. That's great. Book a call with me, CoreyRobertson.com. On the resources page, you can find my scheduling app. So, or leave a comment. If you feel like opening up a conversation, it's super helpful because when you leave a comment, it sends the message out to the world, and it gets the message out to the people who need to hear it the most. So you might not have this problem, but you might have some fantastic insights to share. So if you do, please go ahead and leave a comment, and I will answer you, and we can talk on the comment thread. We'll also leave the direct link to that resource in the comment thread, so you can have easy access to it. without going searching. So have a great day. Leaders, thank you for the great work you're doing in the world. I see firsthand every day, call after call, that there are great leaders out there. There are great people out there doing great work, and I thank you for that. So I'll see you again next week. Bye now.